There are several reasons that your Passap Deco might fail to advance. This movie covers repairing one of them. This is the little black circle that is supposed to hold the spring in place, but if broken, will not. Jack is demonstrating how you get to the working parts by getting the Deco out of its case right now. He goes into more detail on this subject and also on other reasons the Deco might not advance properly in this movie, which you may also want to see.
The top of this circlip, it should be a complete circle around that hole, and until it is, that spring's got nothing to hold on to. All right, now I called this piece right here that we're working with a circlip. Well, it's a circle where the spring clips into. A circlip is a specific piece of hardware.
And this is not actually
And this is
one.
not it. But here's what we're doing. We've got a really fine thread screw here that we're going to let it cut its own threads going down in there. And we're going to get it flush with the face here, because you can see, if the camera can look, there's a little bit of space between this mount boss and the edge. So we're going to run this screw down until it gets that same distance so we can hook the spring on it, and yet it won't hold us away when we go to put the cover back on. And all I've done is very lightly put enough pressure to start this screw. And then all I'm doing is rotating it very gently, and it's actually cut its own threads into that plastic.
And that works because the screw is steel and harder than the plastic?
Yes. But it should be hard enough that we're going to get some more wear out of this particular boss for the spring. Now, I'm backing it out. We're going to mount the bottom of the spring on it. There you go. Now we're going to run it back in until the surface of the screw is just inside this surface.
That's the straight black piece that you're running it
Yes.
past.
Right. This foot,
Yeah.
if you'll notice there's a foot on the other end too. This fits flat to the surface of your casing. So, we're almost there. There we go. Now the litmus test here is that spring going to hold the tension it needs to when we go up to hook it. Aha! Look at it. You see, I'm moving this across the surface.
This did work for us, but not for long, because we didn't quite have enough of that black circle remaining, and eventually the little screw pulled through the opening. So on to plan B.
Another way we could do this is a picture hanger. Normally a nail goes in this hole, and that comes out that hole, and goes into the wall, and then you've got this nice little hook to hang your picture string on. All right, all I did was take the cutters, grab that, and use metal fatigue with a little bit of pressure to make a weak spot that I could pull off. So now we've got our little slide to go right in there. We're going to have to open it up just a hair. We want it to go on smooth, and then we'll crimp it shut. And we've got to remove these pieces. And it's just that simple. One of the problems with this old plastic is that it will harden over time. Yeah. And that's just the natural life of it.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go get a file where I can reach in there and clean that up. And we just hold this up out of the way while we clean that up real quick.
Jack says pretty much any small flat file will do for this part.
Okay, we've got it flat enough to get it into position, like so. And we're going to reach in behind the spot we want to use and crimp it. And I noticed while I was filing, we can actually bend this tab over inside. If I come back out a hair, there you go. Now we've got a pretty good anchor to use that slot. So, spring. If you'll notice, one has got a little wider gap right there. See if I come this way. And there we go. I'm going to finish crimping this in. There you go. Now, get yourself in there. Watch your wheel right there.
It's advancing normally.
Yes, it is.
Excellent.